I'm going to show you how to set your work coordinates for the for each tool, for each spindle on the Komo. I'm going to use my drill chuck because it's easy to see. So what I've started with is I've got a edge finder in the drill chuck, and it's a .200 diameter tip. Makes it easy to do the math. So I've got that installed in the chuck, and so now what I need to do is I need to actually move the machine to position, because 0 on this, where it works out the best, is going to be this lower left corner of the table. So what we have to do, we have to tell the machine where each spindle is in relation to this corner. So what I have to do in X, you have to touch off the side of the table here, and in Y you touch off the front edge here. To be the most accurate, you're probably going to want to do it on the aluminum, but I'm going to show you how to touch off on the MDF here. Again, it should be easier to see. So you're going to be using your MPG hand wheel, and when I got my machine, this cord wasn't pulled out enough to reach all the way over there, so there should be some extra cord inside the back of the cabinet there. I was able to pull it out and get enough. So what we need to do is we need to lower the spindle, we need to go to MDI, program. That brings up the program page. I need to tell it which tool I'm going to work on or use. So in my case, that drill is T600. So it brings up what I've typed in is down here. Go to input, and it comes up to the top, and that's what code is the machine's going to execute. Let's go ahead, and so just typing in T600 will lower the spindle if you do input and then output. So you heard it drop, so now you can see it's lowered, but it's not turned on. So we need to turn it on. So to do that, you MDI program, we want, you're going to have to tell it the tool number. Even though it's down, you still have to repeat yourself. So T600 M3 S 1000, and input all those and then execute, and that turned the spindle on. So now it's spinning, as you can hear. So now we need to move the X and Y to the corner of the table. So jog, I use the high rate because I'm used to it. Probably slow it down before you get used to it. So I know we need to move it over a little bit, so I've just they're momentary switches. You hold it down, it moves, you let go, it stops. So it's moving in, I'm going to move in the negative X direction, hold it down, get it close. And it looks about right from here. So now I need to move the table in, so negative Y, and you can see it's moving. Well, if you hold the middle traverse button down, that's rapid. So get it about to the back corner there. Now I want to go down in Z. Okay, I've got it close enough to use the hand wheel now. So MPG, got to turn it on. So now that it's turned on, you can see it's got some lights activated. These little light bulbs in these switches may be burned out, so be aware of that. Okay, so what we need to do is I need the edge finder over here. So X times 10 that's fairly close. We need to lower it, so Z, same speed, lower it, drop the hand wheel. So what I'm looking to do is I want it low enough that it's going to touch, or be below the surface, so it'll actually touch the edge. And I don't know if you've used one of these before, but the idea is when you move this tip to where it's rubbing the edge of your part or table, this lower portion is going to kick out from concentric, and so it'll be obvious that you touch the edge. So we need to move it in X, and we're going to get it close, and what we're looking for is for it to kick out. Let's see, there, it's kicked out to the side. Okay, so now what you do, Z, raise it up to where you're above the surface of your table. And now, and while you're in Z, turn your hand wheel to 0. Now go to X. And if you do one full turn, it is 100 thousandths, so it moves the exact right amount for that edge finder. So now we've got X exactly in the center, the center of the spindle is exactly on the edge of the table. So now that we've got that, you got to get the position from your position page. And so you go position, and we want all. So that brings up all three positions, but what we're looking for is machine. We want machine X, and I don't know any way to save or store that number on this control. So you just got to write it down. So we need to write down X negative 116.558. So once you write that down, go to menu offset, and you want your work coordinate page. Page down, well, so in your case you're going to use 1, 2, 3, or page down 4. For my machine on this spindle, it's going to be number 6. So page down till you get to the right page, and then on that page you got to use the cursor. So I'm down to number 6, cursor's there, so now I'm going to go X negative 116.558. That's what it's going to enter when I put input. So it's already, I did this earlier, but so it's not going to change much, but so X negative 116.558, and that's going to go to here. So you hit input and it changes the number. So now the spindle knows where it is in X. So now you have to do the same thing in Y. So once you go to Y, to get to Y, MPG is still on. Y, bring it out, times 10, bring it out to the front edge of the table, lower it down, Y, we're looking for the same thing, for it to touch. Eventually, there it goes. Okay, so you stop moving it, Z, raise it up, stop at 0 on the hand wheel, back to Y, move a full turn, to 0, and now Y is in the correct position. So now we can get that number off of the position screen. So that's going to be, again, machine Y, negative 59.921. Go to menu and type in and enter, negative 59 point whatever I said. So once you do that and you enter your numbers, you only do X and Y. Don't, leave Z at 0. We'll change the Z with our tool length. So we don't want anything but 0 on our work coordinates. So now we need to turn that off. So go MDI, program, M5, input, output. So that deactivated the spindle, raised it up to its normal position, but Z is still lowered. But that's how you set each work coordinate. And again, for your machine, you're going to use 1, 2, 3, and 4 position. Next we'll do tool length.